The definition here, a man-in-the-middle attack is when an attacker secretly intercepts and relay or alters communication between two parties. That is, this diagram explains what man-in-the-middle attack is all about. So now, this is let this victim be main and this MITM, which is the man-in-the-middle attack, be the hackers. So in this case, we are going to use Mr. Said. Mr. Said is the one that wants to hack my system. So this is internet, this is Mr. Badmore's system, and this is my own system. So what man-in-the-middle attack does is that it's going to intercept the packets that I'm sending to internet here. So let's assume I want to access Google. This is me as a victim, and this is Mr. Said, the hacker. So I will send the packets. I'm sending the packets to my gateway, which is access point. So access point is not here, but access point is around here. I'm sending the packet to my access point. Then from access point to the internet, which is normal way, a typical network ways. Then the internet will give me feedback through the access points and through the access point to my computer. But in this case, Mr. Said will intercept, we see what I'm sending before I reach to access point, and from access point to the internet. And when internet is giving feedback, it's going to reach out to my Mr. Said first before I get back from the access point. So that's how man-in-the-middle attack works. So let's proceed. So here we explain very well what I'm trying to talk about. That is, intercept and relay messages without detention. So this is my system, victim system, because in man-in-the-middle attack, like let the two systems involved, the victim and the hacker. So this is victim, which is my system, and this is Mr. Sahid. So these are our access points, and this is internet. So Mr. Said is trying to access internet. Maybe you want to browse Google. So normally when Mr. Said send a packet, it's going to access point first, which is your router. Our router is our access point. So Mr. Said send the packet through the access point, and from access point to the internet. So, and when the internet finish, it will send the feedback to the access points and access point to my own system. But in this case, because of this man-in-the-middle attack, this attacker here, this hacker here, so it's going to hijack my packets before reaching to the access point. So the packet from from my own system is going to flow into Mr. Sahid's system, and from Mr. Sahid's system, it can alter the message. It can edit the message. It can do whatever I want to do with the message before directing it back to the access point, and from access point to the internet. And when access point also will send its feedback from this access point, it will send its feedback to access point, and access point from the feedback is going to Mr. Said, which is Aka's, and from Aka's system now go back to victim system. Are we? Do you understand before we proceed? Any questions so far?
Yeah, I'm getting it, sir.
Okay. What about
Sorry,
that,
please,
please?
can you come again? I'm trying to understand victim response. At what point does this guy intercept?
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah. Okay, now. Yeah. So what I said is that this is a victim computer in a normal network protocol. So this is my system, this victim system computer here. So I'm sending a request. The request will flow to the access points, and from access points to the internet. That's normal way. And when the response is ready, the internet will send the response back to access points, and from access point directly to my system. That's normal way. But because of
Okay.
the man in the middle attack, which in this case we are using Mr. Said's system as an hacker. Mr. Said is the hacker here, which is this system. So instead of this request to go directly to the access point, it will divert to Mr. Said computer here. It will divert to Mr. Said computer here, and Mr. Said can choose to do anything with the request. It can edit the request, it can alter the information, then it will now send it back, make the request back to the access point. And access point will think that this information is coming from victim, which is my computer, whereas Mr. Said has altered the system, the message that victim is trying to send to the internet. Then access point will send the response to the internet here. Then when the feedback is ready, the internet will send the feedback to the access point. Then access point will think that this hacker, Mr. Said, is also the same as victim computer, which is my computer. So access point will send the request back, the response back to Mr. Said's system. So Mr. Said's system also will now route the packet to the victim. In this case,
so that means the response that is meant to come from the legitimate user, the response is now coming from the man in the middle. Instead of that one. So, and that man in the middle will have added something,
maybe Trojan or payload. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's type of man in the middle attacks. So we have Wi-Fi eavesdropping or evil twin attack. Like I said, we are still going to do this particular one. I'm just waiting for at least maybe few of us to just get the external network adapter, because if you want to carry this fake hotspots, we need this. Then we have ARP spoofing attacker impersonate a trusted entity. So we are going to do this ARP spoofing today. We have session hijacking, stealing active login sessions, DNS spoofing, redirecting users to malicious websites. So let me quickly explain what these four type of man in the middle attack does. So now, Wi-Fi eavesdropping or fake hotspot evil twin attack. A case study. The attacker set up a Wi-Fi network with similar to a legitimate one. That is, we set up a network. Let's, for example, in an airport, we configure a Wi-Fi and we name it airport Wi-Fi, just to trick users to connect. So, and when the user sees that, okay, we are in an airport, and the user see a free Wi-Fi, name airport Wi-Fi free. Of course, the customer might want to be able to connect to it, thinking that it's real airport Wi-Fi. All the customer traffic goes through the attacker device, allowing them to sniff credentials. They steal your emails or card details. So that's eavesdropping or fake hotspots, or you can call a man in the middle or evil twin attack. So that's just about that. And this is common. This one is common, especially in airport, a public place, airport, caves, hotel, public libraries, conference centers, and many more. So the other one is ARP spoofing. This ARP spoofing, for example, the attacker sent fake ARP responses on the LAN, linking their MAC addresses with the IP or the gateway victim that I just explained. So, for example, in a company LAN, local area network, the attacker spoofed the router's IP to the victim's machine. So all traffic intended for the internet go through the attacker. Then this one is common. This ARP spam is common, especially in social media, internet network, offices, schools, and shared Wi-Fi environments. So that's where ARP is common. Then session hijacking. This session hijacking here, for example, the attacker compares session tokens. It might be tokens or cookies after logging to impersonate a user. Let's, for example, you sign into a Facebook on web using your browser. So of course, ordinarily your cookies, your everything, your cache should be saved. So this hijack session, the attacker can use that session, the caches and the cookies to hijack your session, to hijack your browsing. For example, a user logged into a website over an unsecure Wi-Fi network. An attacker captured their sessions, cookies, and used it to access their account without needing the password. So that's how session hijacking use stealing active login sessions. Then the last one here is DNS spoofing. Of course, redirecting users to malicious websites. So let me just define it. The attacker provides a fake DNA response to redirect the user to fraudulent or malicious websites. For example, let me use Facebook. A user tried to visit facebook.com, but due to DNA spoofing, they are redirected to a phishing page that looks identical to Facebook and see their credential session.
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
Is this a ARP spoofing? It's not very clear to me.
Okay, this ARP spoofing, right? This particular one, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so we are going to do that today. So before we finish the training today, you will understand it very well, because that's what we are going to do. And we still have a lot of explanation in front.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So this is real world examples where we can use the man in the middle attack. Not limited to this anyway. You can use it in a lot of places, in many areas. So, but the common example, especially for those using it for bad purpose and maybe money and others, is common in banking fraud through intercepted financial transaction. Then, of course, phishing attack using deceptive websites. We already explained that as well, and we have a lot more that you can, just an example that talk about. So that's just about that. Then we have ARP spoofing, lab setup. This is what we are going to do today, just like I said. So we have on this ARP setup, we must have attacker machine, which is my Kali machine here, and also we must have a victim machine. A victim machine is this is our victim machine, which is the window that I talk about. You can use your personal system as an attacking machine, as a victim machine, but it's not the best because it can break your system. So the best way is to have your attacker machine, which is your Kali machine, and your victim machine, which is your target. It's also the same as your target machine, as a window virtual machine, in which I think we must already have this one being installed as well. So now we put on our Kali machine, and also we turn on our
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, you said we are supposed to download something else aside from the Kali machine.
Yes.
I'm just hearing that for the first time.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So let me just quickly show you where we already set everything up here.
Sorry, sir. My own question. Is it a must we have the two? I mean, we have the attacker and the victim on same laptop, or you can have two different laptops. One should act like the attacker and the other should act like the victim.
Of course, you can have two laptops, but please let me just show you and show the previous the person that asked question first. I will reply I will give you explain this thing, give you answer to your question. So this is the second machine here. If you want to install it, window virtual machine. We recommend we also have this Kali here. Of course, you can download it from the official website, but this one is already being customized, and that's why we put this one here. So this is your window that I talk about, that you need to, Mr. Adebayo. So I'm talking to you. So this is the window. So this is the window, but it's normally it's bigger. The file is a little bit bigger. So if you want to download it and make it faster, just use your phone. So it won't be breaking. You'll be able to download this. Then you extract this with our zip file. Then you can upload it. You can, configure it as well as a virtual machine. So you can be able to use it as a target machine. So that's it. Maybe after today's training, you can go there, download, then so you'll be able to use it. But you can use your system, but it can break your system, because if you are following this training now, it can break your system. Your network can disconnect, might be disconnecting and reconnecting. So anything can happen. So that's why we use a virtual machine for both attacker and the target machine. Now,
okay, so what you are saying now, sorry, sir. What you are saying now is that we should load we should download the Windows that we want to use to experiment the attack. Then the Kali, we should load both of them on the VM.
Yes, that's it. It's not hard now. It's not hard.
Yeah, I'm looking at maybe the system might be slow if we load the two at the same time. But let me try, Sha. I'll try
Okay, how
and
many
download it all.
gig RAM is your system?
12 actually.
It's okay, of course, you'll be able to carry it now. At least 8 gig RAM minimum should be able to do what we are trying to do here.
Okay. No
Yeah.
wahala.
So, and if your system is running SSD, that will be perfectly perfect for it as well. Because SSD is better and the speed is very, very okay. Yeah. So, Mr. The question that okay, Mr. Badmo, sorry. Yeah. So your question, you said that is it a must to use this both machine on this particular system, or can we use the separate my system for it? Of course, we can use separate system. Yeah, we can use separate system. So what we have to do is that you make sure that that system both are in same network. Sure, you understand? You make sure that both are in same network. Yeah. So, and also if you are using this particular, if you are using this, maybe you are doing what I'm doing, trying to do now, you make sure you come to this place, or you can click on edit here and confirm. This is my window machine. I want to confirm the network. So if you want to confirm that your victim machine and your attacker machine both are in the same network. Of course, I put my own as bridge, as you can see, bridge connection. So in my window, in my Windows adapter is in bridge connection. Of course, you can choose to use NAT, but make sure that your attacker and your victim machine both are in same network connection, network adapter. So if you are using bridge, make sure that your Kali and your window both are in bridge connector. If you are using NAT, make sure that both are in NAT connection. So that's what I'm trying to talk about here.
Okay.
So, all right, can I proceed? Okay. So now I'm trying to put on my I'm trying to put on my Windows virtual machine here. So let me just go back to the presentation. So we already talked about, I said we must have attacker machine, a victim machine. Attacker machine is your physical virtual machine. Then Windows, it might be physical or real machine. Of course, you might have your personal. I put physical here because you might have a personal separate computer or machine for your Kali machine. You might not be running it on as a virtual machine. Windows as well, just like Mr. Badmo says, you might have another system, maybe two systems, another system that you might use. You might also use your own local machine you can use your own local machine if you are doing your personal testing. Then router or gateway. Of course, router or simulated via host. You can have a simulated one, you might have your real router one. But the one I'm using here is real one, and I'm very sure the one you are using as well will be real router. So my colleague, Mr. Anthony, must have explained this simulated router. I'm very sure of that. Maybe during the network topology, must have explained this to you. The router, the virtual ones. Then we have a network type, bridge on internal network. So your network type, like I said, might probably be in NAT. If it's going to be in NAT, you are going to use NAT. Make sure that this your attacker machine and your victim machine are both in bridge machine and bridge connection. If you are using NAT, also make sure both are in NAT connection. So that's all. Once you do that, of course, your attack will be going seamlessly. Yeah. So now to Mr. Adebayo, is it Mr. Adebayo that asked question about ARP requests? That he said he not understand it very well. So I'm very sure after this you are going to understand this ARP request. So I got this image from online. I am not the one that created the image, but when I saw it, I noticed that it's going to be very, very okay to explain what I'm trying to do. So this image belongs to Z Security. So I got it from them. So now this is going to demonstrate and explain very well what man in the middle attack is all about using ARP spoofing. So now this this is Mr. Anthony, which is the attacker. This A is Mr. Anthony system device. And we have different, this is an office, we have different system, different clients connected to different users connected to the router here. So, and this is IP. Mr. Anthony is trying to hijack this particular system with this MAC address, with this IP 10.0.2.6 with this MAC address. No, and what is going on here is that Mr. Anthony is going to send out a broadcast message. That is, he send out a broadcast message to all the devices here and telling them that who has this IP, which is 10.0.2.6. And any system here that has the IP will signify that I have the IP. Then let's look at all these systems here. B, computer C, computer D, and these are our access points here. So if you look at this IP, it belongs to computer C. Then when this computer see this request, it will signify that I have this IP, and immediately it will give response bar to Mr. Antonio, which is the hacker here. And these are the MAC address here. These are the MAC address. So any question about this so far, so I can explain? Do you have any question? Do you understand what I just explained here, or I should explain again?
So you say I don't understand. So if computer A send a broadcast address to all of them, so what happened?
Yeah.
What will be the feedback?
We are going there. We are going there. So what I want you to note about here is that, and how this thing works is that you should know that the communication inside a network is being carried out using MAC address, not the IP. So that's why you see MAC address here. So the communication between this system is not the IP. They are using the communication is through their MAC address here. All this MAC address. That's why MAC address is very, very important. And that's why changing MAC address, just like the lecture we had previously, changing MAC address is very, very important. Let's assume you change your MAC address now. If you are trying to do this thing, this kind of attack, your Mr. Anthony MAC address will change to different thing. And let's assume that Mr. Badmore is an ethical worker in company XYZ in this company. So, and he immediately noticed that this MAC address is coming from this attack. Mr. Badmore might be trying to block this Mr. Anthony MAC address. And because Mr. Anthony already set his system to be automatically changing the MAC address. Of course, if Mr. Badmore block this particular MAC address that belongs to Mr. Anthony, is going to use another one to enter to gain access again. That's the beauty of changing your MAC address or MAC address spoofing. So now let's continue again. Okay, now this is another scenario here. So this is Mr. Anthony, and this is Mr. Anthony MAC address, this particular one, and this is Mr. Anthony IP. So Mr. Anthony sent a broadcast message in the previous slide that who has this particular IP, and this particular system device, that is this IP, this this computer that enabled C said give response that I have this IP, that is 10.0.2.6, and my MAC address is this, which is this, and which is this. So that's the feedback. That is what is going to happen when Mr. Anthony sent this particular request to all this computer, and this IP belongs to only this computer C. So it's only computer C that is going to respond that I have this, so with this response, I have this, and my MAC address is this. So do you, Mr. Emmanuel, do you get the idea behind this?
Yes.
If no, you are still going to get it. You are still going there. Don't worry. Yeah. So now, our main goal here is that to make a request and responses, which in which we have been doing, which I explain here. So to link IP addresses to MAC address, that is, attacker sends out a request to ask for MAC address, and the victim that have such address will give a response. That's all. That's our goal here. So now let's proceed. So ARP and network overview. Yeah, I have this here to explain very well so you can understand very well. So normally a device send a request, send it to a router, that is, this particular victim send a request, supposed to send a request to a router here, then from router here to the internet, and internet will give feedback to router, then access point will give back the feedback again to the victim. That's normal way of networking. That's the normal way. Everything we do every day on internet, that's how it works. But when hacker or man in the middle attack involved, is a different scenario. So it's going to change. That is, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. A victim send a response to access point, but this man in the middle attack, we use Mr. Anthony here. We hijack this session. That is, he already from our previous training year, from this year, we already accept, computer C already accept that this is my MAC address and this is my IP address. That is, they are already communicating. They are already communicating to each other. That is, computer C is already communicating to Mr. Anthony. Let this one be Mr. Badmus. Mr. Badmus is already communicating to Mr. Anthony that this is my IP address and this is my MAC address. So let's continue. So now, since they already communicate to each other, therefore, this Mr. Anthony will now trick this particular user, that is this access point. This is I am at 10.0.2.7, which belongs to victim machine. And victim machine, Mr. Anthony will also tell victim machine that I'm at 10.0.2.1, which is access points. So the idea here is that Mr. Anthony is trying to trick or deceive access points here, and he's also trying to trick and deceive victim machine here. That is, Mr. Anthony lied to access point that, remember, this 10.0.2.7 belongs to Mr. Badmouth, which is this particular particular victim access IP address. This 10.0.2.7 belongs to this system, and this is what this system, victim system, used to communicate to access point, then to the internet. So this access point know that this particular IP belongs to victim machine, which is IP 10.0.2.7. But already Mr. Anthony already spoofed this MAC address and hijack it. So Mr. Anthony is going to lie to access point that I am the one, no, this is my IP address that belongs to victim. Then he's going to lie to victim machine too that this is my MAC address and this MAC address belongs to access point 10.0.2.7. But Mr. Anthony is using it, lying to victim machine that this is me, no, this is my IP address, 10.0.2.1. That is, he's lying to both parties, both victim and the access points. Any questions so far before we proceed?
I've been finding it difficult to come online since morning. I just had to try my best to come. I just came back online now.
I sorry about that, brother. Yeah, sorry about that. So I'm of course you are still going to understand what we are trying to do here. So you are still going to understand, yes. Yeah, so normally let me recount what I just said here. Normally a device sending request, send it to router. That is, send this supposed to send this to router directly, and from the router directly to the internet. That's how it's supposed to be. Then router waits for response. That is, when these resources send the response back to router, then victim waits for response from the router, from the access point. That's how it's supposed to be. But here, the idea behind exploiting ARP spoofing is that we send two ARP responses. That is, one to the access point and one to the victim. That's how it works. We tell the gateway that that is this hacker. Tell the gateway. We call this one gateway or access point. So it's a router as well. We tell this gateway as that 10.IP 10.0.2.7 of the victim, which is for this victim. An access point we update this access point we update it ARP table. This we update the ARP table that okay, this is belong to this particular person. Whereas Mr. Anthony has already hijacked this particular, is using masquerading this particular IP 10.0.2.7. And also the IP of the target with our MAC address send with the same victim. We send ARP response that I am at this particular one. If Mr. Anthony wants to communicate with this particular victim, he'll be using this IP to communicate to this particular victim, because this will be deceived that is getting feedback directly from access point. An access point will be deceived that is getting a request from victim, whereas Mr. Anthony is the middle controlling both access points and the victim machine. So now let's go to our lab to carry out the demonstration of this. So like I said, you need two machines. This is my window machine. Let me log in. So if you already have your window installed, of course you can customize your own to look like this. So let me log in. So you prepare your, also you log in on this Debian as well. So I open my terminal. So what we are going to do first here is that we confirm our ARP table. Okay.
Please, I just installed that. Yes, I just installed that MSH, but it's requesting for password. I don't have the password. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Let me send you the default password here. For everyone. The password is P, capital letter P, PSS, W, then 0, RD, then exclamation mark. That's the password. Mr. Anthony, please help me to confirm if I'm correct. That's the password here. The default password for the window.
I don't think there's exclamation mark. I think it ends with D, like what Mr. Anthony gave us.
Maybe, yeah. Just maybe. Okay. Mr. Anthony, please help me to confirm. I beg, please.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let me confirm it.
Yeah, but I think that's the password. PASS word.
This password is it the Kali password or what?
No. For the window machine, it's for the window. That one that virtual window that you just downloaded from Microsoft portal.
Well, I already have my Windows on my virtual machine.
Okay, no problem. That's great. That's great. If you have no problem. But for the person that asked the question, I send the password to the chat. That's P, capital letter P, ASSW, then 0. Instead of O, you use 0, Abby. Yeah. Then RD exclamation mark.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So now we open this. You open your terminal.
So the terminal is on where? CMD.
I open my CMD rather, yes, on window here. Also, you will open it down here as well. I already opened my terminal on my Kali machine. So here is my Kali machine. I confirm my IP table, ARP. You use ARP, then space. Sorry.
Oh, I don't have a Kali machine, so I have to just watch.
Okay, you don't have the Kali machine yet?
No, I don't. I was trying to log into that portal, the SharePoint. It's saying I don't have permission.
Oh, I thought everyone should have permission by now. So, sorry. I don't know why this thing is acting up again. Then ARP-A to confirm your ARP table. Of course, this is my Kali machine gateway access point, that is 192.168.8.1, and this is the MAC address. So here we are going to split our screen here, maybe to 5 or 3 sessions. So yeah, then let me split here as well. Just so I want also confirm our interface. To confirm your interface, you can use ipconfig. You can use IP here to confirm it, your interface. So we have two interfaces here, Hello and ETA0. We are using ETA0. I'm not using external network adapter because I want everyone to be able to participate. So we are using EJ0 throughout as our interface. And as you can see here, for the MAC address for this EJ0 here, as you can see here, is this particular one, that is A2 and ended with HD. So that's the MAC address. Then the IP here, which is 192.168.8.165, as you can see here. Let me split another one here as well. I want us to get it very well. So I split another one here as well. So here we can use ifconfig to check. So this is our ifconfig, and we are working on this particular one, HCA0 interface here. So we are working on this particular one. As you can see, the MAC address is still the same. So now let's go back. Since we already confirmed our ARP table here, which is this particular one, gateway here, then we go back to our window machine as well. We confirm, we do the same thing using ARP, then space here to confirm our IP table here as well. So as you can see here, this is it. This is our interface, 192.168.8.199. This is our interface. And this is our IP address here, which is 192.168.8.1 with this particular MAC address here. So, and I told you earlier that we can only communicate via MAC address, not IP, in this kind of scenario. Now that our two machine is already set, go to our, I put everything that you might, anything you need here. So to share both victim and hacker IP table, you will use this particular command. ARP, this one will give you we use it for IP table to check your IP. Then we need to run two ARP spoof instances. As we are running here, we must be running it here as well. That is, we run from gateway to the victim, ARP spoof from gateway to the victim, and also from victim to the gateway. So that's just about that. Now, then we need another one here. I will explain all these things when we get there. I will make sure I explain everything, why we are having different terminal open, because we want to send different attack. So here, we already confirm our EJ0 interface here, which is this particular one. We already confirm, and we already confirm our IP table as well. So we already confirm our IP table using ARP, which is this particular one here. So now, what we are going to do is that we go back to our Windows system here. We confirm as well. We already do this as well. Then from our PowerPoint, I said something here. We need two instances, which we already created. That is terminal 1, which is the first terminal. Here we use this command, this bash command here. ARP spoof space -i, which is 0, which is our interface. Then -t, which is our target IP gateway address, which is this particular one. Then this one is our victim IP, space another IP here. Then the terminal 2, we run this as well. ARP spoof space -i, space EK0 space -t. Then this is our gateway, our Kali MAC address, our Pali IP rather. Then this is our target marker. It's just to interchange, to run it. If you don't want to do this, there is another way you can do this using half. That is, if you run it both way, back and through attack, instead of using two terminal. but we are going to use two terminal, so you guys will understand why we are using these two terminal. So that just, if you look at this command, this bash very well, you will notice that it's only both bash, both the scripts are the same. As you can see, the only thing different is that we interchange the IP here. We interchange the both IP here. That is, oh here, this one particular one here. Oh, sorry. This particular one here is this, and this one here is this. It's just the reverse. We just interchange this. So that's what we are trying to do. Then if you don't do this one, IP forwarding, this allows our Kali to forward non-spoof traffic to the real gateway. That is, if you don't do this, your internet will be cutting off. You won't be able to browse internet. It will cost you, everything will be cut. You won't have access to internet, to your browser. So that's why we use this echo command bash to forward or to route our MAC address. So we use this particular one to do that, this script, this bash to do that, and this particular one, firewall rules. This one we also ensure that it's not blocking this our port 53 DNS. That is, this port 53 DNS is used for UDP. It's not being blocked. So that's why we use sudo IP table, then this, and to make sure that our port 53 is alive. It's not being blocked. So that's what we are going to do today. Then instead of you typing, once you confirm your IP, we can replace our IP just for us to be able to understand it very well. So I'm going to replace, sorry. Okay, yeah. So we are here. I don't want us to be stressed. So we replace this target IP, which is our gateway. Replace it with this particular one. Then we go back to our machine. So we go back to here. This is our interface here. This is our interface. We can copy this, or we type it to somewhere here so we can be able to use it. I'm coming. Let me open my. So it's 192.168.8.119. That's what we are going to put here. Here to replace this particular one. We replace this with that. Yeah. We replace that with that way. I want you to understand what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing in step by step like this. Then let's go back to our terminal. Let's go back to our terminal here. Our IP table here as well. We already confirmed it using ARP-A, which is this. This is our gateway, which is this particular one, 192.168.8.1. So we just need to copy this as well. We copy this as well. I'm sorry if I'm too slow, but I want us to grab it. That's what I'm doing step by step. So that's what we are going to put here. Remember, space must be there. So we paste it here. Sorry. Yeah. So what I say here, that anytime this is our terminal 2, what you are going to run on your terminal 1. In your terminal 2, of course, you just need to interchange this IP. So in this case, you copy this, which is our target machine, which is our window machine. That's what will be here. That's what will be here. Then this particular one, I hope I'm doing I'm copying the right thing here. Then this particular one would be what we have here. Yeah. So now, since we already have the script here, you can copy. You go back to your terminal. First terminal, we paste. I don't want to run yet. Just wait and see. Then the second one as well. To avoid mistake, that's why I'm doing it, so you can understand what we are doing here. Then you copy this one as well. You go back to our terminal. To the second, we paste. Yeah. So we are going to have a third terminal. The third terminal we are going to have here is as, let me clear this place. Please, if you don't understand anything, let me know, please. Okay, that's good. Then this is our third terminal. We are going to run immediately. We start the attack here and here. We are going to make sure that this is our terminal. we run this particular IP forwarding. That is, we run echo, this particular one, echo here, we run it. Then we make sure that we run the IP table as well. Now we want to start the attack. Here, from this terminal 1, you click here, enter. That one is already going. Then from here, you click another one, enter. This one is already going as well. Then from here, to make sure that you'll be able to access internet, just to capture the flag, of course, here you click, you enter here as well. As you can see, no error again. Then the next command that you are going to run here is the IP table. That is sudo, as you can see, sudo IP table -a forward, then EJ0, then this J accept. We press OK. So you can use these two. Then now let's go back to our window machine. This is our window machine. Let's try to check our IP table again by using ARP -a. So you will discover that this is our former one before we started the attack. This is our former. The IP here is 192.168.
I think someone is trying to ask a question. That is a hand raised up.
Oh, sorry. I'm using a single system. That's why I can't. I'm very sorry. Yeah, Mr. Emmanuel, I'm listening.
Yeah, you asked that if we're not understanding anything, we should say it. And the truth is,
yes,
I'm lost.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
So, for someone who is not using Kali for now, they're just trying to download Kali now. So I don't know, what do you advise? Because the truth is, I'm totally lost.
Okay, actually, since this session is going to be available, that is, the video is going to be available, I will advise you to just listen now. So you understand, just be following the training now. Then maybe later you can install the Kali and carry out the process. But let me explain again what I'm trying to do here. So
don't worry, just continue. Don't worry, it's a lot of time. Don't worry, just continue.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'll catch up with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So now, our format before we started the attack, this is our IP table here. That is, our IP interface here is 192. This particular one, this one. Then with this MAC address. Before we started the attack at all. Then after the attack, see, we still have the same IP. You remember, this IP belongs to our attacker machine. This particular one belongs to our attacker machine. And this MAC address also belongs to our attacker machine. You will discover that looking at these first two IP MAC address already changed, different from this one. As you can see, everything already changed. These are our gateway and everything already changed here, as you can see. So we have two machines now. That is, our machine now is listening to this particular session. Our attacker is already listening to this particular session. So anything we do here at all, our attacker machine will be able to capture it because it's already going. I don't know, maybe you understand. So let me just check this is our IP, this is our gateway here, which is for our router, and this router is for our Kali machine. But now it's being used, as you can see, on Windows. As you can see here, this is it, which is associated to this particular MAC address. And which MAC address is this? Let's check our attacker machine. So this MAC address belongs to this machine, as you can see. This is our MAC address. This is our Kali MAC address, which is also what we have here. And this IP, second IP here, as you can see here, is also using this particular MAC address here, which is this particular one. That is, first MAC address and this MAC address are now the same. Do you understand, or any questions so far on this particular scenario? Okay, no problem. So now we can now go and try to browse internet and see what we are trying to demonstrate here. So let me open any of my browser here. I open this particular one. So already now ARP Spoofing is already going. So let's check our PowerPoint. So these are our PowerPoints here. Okay, we don't even have any. Okay, we still have this session here. So now, if you want to check, because this particular session we are trying to hijack now is only for HTTP sites. So maybe because of time, or if time permits, we are still going. Of course, if we can't do it this week, we are still going to continue next week how to bypass HTTPS and many other methods. We are still going to do that. But today we are going to access this. We are using this particular website because it's for testing all over the world, just for you to test. We just want to test, and we'll be able to log in, use this particular site. So now what we just need to do is that we can copy. So I don't know if I'll be able to paste on my window. So we go back to our Windows virtual machine, which is this particular one. Then we are still going to access. We can access any website. Okay, this is I think I have the link here before. So as you can see, we have it. I'm trying to browse the internet now, which is web techhtml.vonweb.com. So now I'm going to do a login here. I'm going to log in here using this session here. I log in, sign in. Then I can change the admin. Let the admin be my name, which is Mass Legend. Then the password would be, let me just put something there. Let's use tech, capital letter tech, maths 123. Then we log in. So now everything that we have been doing here now, our attacker machine, which is Mr. Anthony the hacker, is already capturing everything that we are doing here. It's already being captured, everything we are doing here. So now we can now go to our Wireshark. Next week, we are going to use a very good method, which is called BetaCap, to do a lot of things. I open my Wireshark. You can open your Wireshark from terminal, or you can go to your application launcher to open it. So I'm opening it here. So I click here. So now, since we are carrying the attack on the interface EJ0 here, you click on EJ0, double click on it. So as you can see, it's capturing the live session here, as you can see here. So now we want to check that our login details. We want to check our login details here. So to check for this, I also put the command there. Let's check our presentation. To make it fast, if you are searching for any post request on your Wireshark, what you just need to type is HTTP request, then method -- post, or you can copy this one and paste directly. Then you go back to here. If you have it, then you paste. Sorry, I think another thing pasted here. So you copy this. Is that you copy? Then why? Okay, sorry. I'm supposed to let you know this filter. If you want to filter something here, you come to this place at the top here. Then you type your filter here. I think it's. Let me just type it directly so we can search for it. So let me just type it. So to search for any HTTP or anything at all, which is password, just use HTTP. Okay, it's already even yourself. Then, sorry. Then you can come here, you hit enter on your keyboard. So it shows that we are yet to capture the particular login details. Maybe because I started this earlier, later rather. So we come back here. Let me just try to log out. Let me try to log out from this sign in. Let me log out. So I've already logged out. Then let me try to log in back and see. Then I said Mass Legend, the username. Then, and I said we should use tech maths 1234. Then you log in. So I think we are here now. So now let's go back to our attacker, which is Mr. Anthony's system. So now we already log it. So we can our Wireshark is listening now. So we can enter here again. Let me just scroll down. You can double click here. Okay, as you can see, this is it. We already have the password here. This is the password. This is the username rather. This is the username we use to log in, and this is the password. So that's how to use. Why I demonstrated this particular one is that it's very simple anyway, but why I demonstrated this is that this particular ARP spoofing is very, very good. It's very unique. If you want to hijack maybe it work for any device. If you want to hijack phone, if you want to hijack maybe iPhone, any phone model, any system, you'll be able to use this ARP spoofing to do that. Thank you very much, and have a very good weekend.